Good morning, everyone. How are you today, Megan?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Nancy?
Good, enjoying the heat outside and the freezing cold inside with my air conditioner. So I'm always in a sweatshirt lately. It's how high is the temperature there?
We had a almost record day yesterday. It was so 91 and humid, but it's been up and down. Like the shade last evening was gorgeous. It was just perfect. So we get
Isn't
the
it
heat, we get
amazing?
the good parts.
Yeah, without the humidity, it's pretty good here too. So, all right, so let's talk. We are talking about money management, which is what we talk about with our virtual CFO, and how to build financial stability and grow your interior design business or any business for that matter. Like, so let's dive into it because I do think that people don't understand, me included, in my first, I don't know how many years of business, way more than I want to admit. I did not understand how to manage my finances and how to even think about them properly. I just sort of,
Yeah.
can I just put my head in the sand and go, I'm making a little money, I think. And then my accountant tells me, no, you're not.
Yeah, it's interesting. My daughter is having her first experience as a business owner. She's just graduated high school and she's selling Cutco knives this summer. And
Nice.
so of course, every time she makes money, she's like, I just made $100. I'm like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
Time out. She's like, I don't understand any of that, but I have $100. I can tell it's like burning a hole in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So like the difference between making $100 and what that money has been tagged for, where it's going, what the structure of her business is, what that $100 really means. Sometimes we lose sight of that, right? Like, or we just don't know. Like $100 feels like $100. We go and spend part of it. We forget that we spent part of it, and we still think we have that $100 to spend, and that's not how it works, right?
Right.
So, like for me and my clients, is the basis of everything is what is my model and how does that work and where is the money going, right? Like where's the money coming in? How much of it do I need to use to support my business? How much should I be like saving for a rainy day? How much should I be using for my next growth cycle? How much should I be paying myself? And those three things are very distinct from each other, right? Like
Yes.
what I'm paying myself is often a habit that builds up that when things either aren't going as well or the structure didn't support it in the first place or things are going really well and you don't know what to do with it, um, anxiety comes from there,
That
right?
makes so much sense, by the way. How we pay, I'm thinking about that one sentence you said. How we pay ourselves is often a habit. Like I take away my salary when money's feeling tight in my business. So I'm not going to pay myself this week or next week or even the week after. Oh, wait, I want to do that really big marketing thing or hire that coach. So I'm not going to pay myself in order
Yeah.
to do that. And sometimes that is appropriate in the beginning of a business when you are growing it or you're in growth mode, correct?
Right, right. And often many of these conversations that we're having about money is in our heads, right? We're not talking with other people who are experienced in that area. We're not like, we don't have a culture of openly talking about money, what our situation is, and what we should be doing, and making sure that we know all of our options. And what might be a have to in our head is actually not even necessary at all. Or what is something that's like tickling, like, oh, I'll take care of that later, is probably something that you should be planning for now. But because it's so lonely, and because we have all of these different voices in our head, and we don't know really which ones are ours and what to do with that information on the income statement and balance sheet. It's just lonely. It can
Yeah.
feel really lonely.
Yeah. Because you don't know what
Mhm.
direction to go in with your money. And if you're like,
Right.
I mean, that first conversation I have with people often, I'm like, they don't have enough money to be doing any of the things because it's all starts with how much they're charging and their confidence there, right? But once they do
Yes.
start to build, how do they grow their business? What percentage should go towards this? What percentage to that? Like people get very hung up on me included at times. Again, this is
Mhm.
why I'm here as a coach because I've learned so much in the journey like you don't want everyone to make the same mistakes you make, right? So
Right. And
how do you do
oftentimes we overcorrect to, well, there should be a very specific rule, like what's everybody else doing, I'll just do what everybody else is doing, what percentage should I keep, what percentage of da, da, da. Like profit first has this place, absolutely. I'm a huge profit first fan, huge advocate for profit first.
yes.
However, sometimes we look at those percentages and say, well, there is a right answer. There is one right answer for what my money should be doing, and since I can't seem to make it fit in that box, obviously I'm bad at business, or I don't know what I'm doing, or this is doomed to fail, or I just need to go make more sales. All because we're trying to shove our business into a box that just doesn't quite fit what we're doing.
Yes.
It all starts with your model. If you can understand your time and money, what goes into it, and your time and money of what comes out of it, that is a primo first step. Understand your model.
Understand your model. And if you have to make tweaks to your model, you can, but it's not a destination. You're going to continue to tweak your model
Oh, I hope so.
Right. As you learn, as you grow, as you have different
Yeah.
interests, as you identify different ideal clients, as the market changes, as the industry changes. I mean, literally, there's so many things. And I like to pick out these little sentences like, everyone thinks everyone's good at business except for them. They must.
Right. They do.
Right. It's shocking to me that I meet with people at all different levels, you included. And even though your knowledge is far more extensive than mine when it comes to the financial stuff, you teach me stuff every single week, every time we meet. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Am I still a business coach? Yes. Am I still good at what I do? Yes. Is there someone else who has more knowledge in one area that can help direct me? Yes. Right. And what we don't know, we don't know. So that learning, that constant learning on how to build your financial stability and grow your business is never ending, really.
Right. Anytime that you hear an absolute, like every business should be doing it, like run the other direction.
Yes.
Run.
Yes. But this is how most people sell their stuff right? There's one in particular that people bring up to me all the time. And it's something about having a full pipeline guaranteed. And I'm like, I can't guarantee that. Who's guaranteeing that? How can you guarantee that? You can't even guarantee that with ads. You can't.
And why would you, like, that just sounds like you're getting the wrong people in there.
Well, what happened is a lot of people who come to me end up saying, I bought into it. They convinced me that it would be, I'd have a full pipeline if I did the program. And in the end, I wasn't the right fit. It was just that smoke and mirrors thing. So clickbait is what some people call it, right? And I get it. We're all trying to attract people. But if someone's saying it's definitive, I will definitely be able to get you double, triple, quadruple, 100,000, full pipeline, whatever you want to say. Don't believe it.
I'm like crossing my arms now. I'm getting mad just listening to you because been there, done that, you know? And here's the thing. If you understand your model, people default to sales, more sales all the time, fill the pipeline. That is the answer because that's the top of your model, right? That's where the money's coming in. Money should cure everything. Sales cures everything. But if you understand your model, not like a off the shelf, this is how it should work. When you understand your model, you are so resistant to that type of marketing because you're like, actually, no. In my model, I need this very specific client. I need them to come in gently this way. And because this is what they're going to experience, and this is what it's going to cost me in time and people and money, and I know what's going to be left at the end. When you start screwing with your model with somebody else's tactic that's not designed for you, or that person that's trying to help you with that doesn't understand your model, they're going to break it.
Yeah.
It's a long haul to turn it around. Your reputation is at stake. Your profitability is at stake. Your employees are at stake. Your other clients are at stake. There's so much at stake when you screw up the top part of your model. That's why you need people like Nancy, right? Like you, Nancy, you know how to find those right people, right? You know how those different pieces of the model work for different clients of how their practice has been functioning. Right. You're not going to have somebody who's had a business for 5, 6, 7 years that's been doing okay, but they really want to go to the next level. You're not going to come in there and say, no, you're going to change everything with this new model that I have for you. Shove it in there.
You're going to bring everything. Literally, I must say the word slow and steady wins the race. Little tweaks over the long haul will get you the improvements you want. And there's a couple of those tweaks that will make a definitive change to your bottom line quickly. But then you got to flush through all the past mistakes that you've made, right? Or the possible little changes in business models. And that's how you grow your business, right? What you said, identifying, you do the same thing, identifying these pieces that are glaring to us, ways people can make more
Yeah.
money and better their business and grow their business. But when you're in the weeds, sometimes you just can't see it.
Yeah. So I almost picture it like, have you seen those TikToks or those reels where people have like the Rube Goldberg machine, only it's like a music machine on a wall where balls boop 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 boop
Yeah,
boop
yeah,
boop
yeah.
boop boop boop. If you can start understanding your model in a visual sense like that, of all the pieces and how they flow together and where that flat note hits of like, oh, oops, this is the little piece that needs to be tweaked a little bit. And then we drop the ball again. Do, 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 do. Oh, that's the next piece that needs to flow correctly.
Yes.
But you don't
I
know
mean, it's so integral running a business, right? Because it starts
Yeah.
with it's your traffic is going to dictate whether you get business. Traffic to your website, to your social media, traffic to you, traffic to your phone number, whatever you want.
Mhm.
You need traffic, right? And
You
then
need traffic?
yeah,
Yeah.
you need traffic. Then it's your pricing and your service models that you offer. And then it's how you handle them. And then it's how much consistency you have over time. And then, gee, how much are you spending and on what? And is that the right place to spend the money? All these things go into building financial stability and growing your business.
Yes.
So how does
And
somebody get a handle?
yes. And the next layer on top of that, let's okay, if this is like novice and intermediate advanced, if we go a little bit more advanced, the next one is understanding your capacity, right?
Yes.
Like if you understand the capacity of what you're able to do for clients in terms of time and money, once again, the two big resources, time and money, the capacity of what you have. If you have too much capacity and not enough clients, you decrease your capacity. If you have too many people knocking at your door and not enough capacity, you don't automatically increase your capacity. You look at the quality of the demand and what you really want to be doing, and demand can be more than capacity. That's fine, because that's when your prices get to get higher.
Yeah, your prices can go higher and your timelines can be stretched out a little bit, because when people want you, they want you.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
So understanding, as you taught me, the levers.
Yes. So step one, understand your model and stand bravely in it. And don't let anybody else come in with their generic tactic and tell you what you do or don't need.
Right. Apply any advice to your business model and your personality and the state you are in your life, and decide if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's step one. What's step two?
Step two is understanding your capacity, right? Like you understand your model. Then now you can, because once understanding, if you understand something, you're going to be able to see what's wrong with it, right? Like
yes,
you understand it, you can see it. There's like an element of objectivity that you didn't have before.
I think of my associate coach, who's a young mom, and she said, when I figured out how many hours I actually have in any given day, it's not 8, it's 5. So now if I only take those 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, and say, I want to run a full-time business on 25 hours a week, how do I do that, right? Understanding capacity.
Yes.
And then how do I have to price myself, and what kind of clients do I need in order to, okay. So understanding capacity, that's number 2. All right.
And then the message behind that for that capacity is like, I need more clients. I need to get in front of more people. Being humble in understanding how people are seeing you.
Yes.
So like, okay, do they see me as as a cutting edge historical family history designer? Right? If that's what I want to be doing, I want to like integrate family history and your culture into your design. Do they understand that that's what I'm trying to do? Or is it like, oh, it's a designer that I can afford and I just want a nice living room, right? Like the messaging, you get more advanced lessons now. I got my model, I got my capacity. Are people seeing me how they should be seeing me, how I think they're seeing me? And how do I humble myself to be open to like, what you think is out there is not what people are seeing of you. They either need more of you because you're not putting out enough, or they need you to fight a little bit more for your vision because you're getting lost in
the shuffle.
In the shuffle. Yeah, you look like everybody else. That's great. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that same room in,
I know.
Home and Garden.
I know, right? Distinguishing yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Stand in your model, stand in your vision, stand in your passion.
Okay. Anything else that we missed?
Oh gosh.
Well, there's a ton that we missed. Anything for this conversation about building financial stability and growing your business?
All of it, Nancy, all of it. So I'll
Mhm.
just leave you with this. When it comes to model, you're like, Megan, what are you talking about with your model? Like your income statement can help you understand your model. Okay. And so can sitting down with a pen and paper and truly getting to the heart of how did I get where I am right now, right? Like there's your ideal model. If everything's running smoothly like it was 3 months ago, it works great. How does your model work under pressure when some things aren't so great? What would need to be tweaked so that your business is still taken care of? Like, what's the pressure tests? What's the stress tests for your model? And do you know where to go next for that? Do you know who to ask? Do you know who to have conversations with? Have conversations. Don't do it all alone in your head.
I know. Don't do it all alone in your head. Have conversations. Absolutely. All right. So, how do they have a conversation with you, Megan?
Oh, anybody can have a conversation with me. They come on over to megandahle.com and you can sign up for a free 15-minute meeting. I'll be honest with you, I'm not selling anything one-on-one right now. So there is nothing to be sold. I can give you a little bit of perspective and send you to the correct directions. I have a few products that might be able to help you out, but what I've done is I've really surrounded myself with people who know what they're doing, right? And if I can look through your stuff and say, oh, have you considered this piece of your model? You know, who can help you with that part of your model is going to be Nancy. Just some perspective.
Yes. Yes. I think
Mhm.
it's helpful for someone to get an eye on their books and an eye on their psychology behind their growing their business
Yeah.
and of course the finances. And you can do that for them. Kind of give them that overview and go, okay, you're good. You're good either way, but this could be an improvement for you because that's the way you
Yes.
operate, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good.
Mhm.
All right, everyone, go click the link in the description and get on Megan's calendar for a 15-minute chat about your financial stability and your business and growing it the way you want to grow it, not just the way everyone else is growing their business, right? It's a great starting point. So, all right, thank you, Megan.
You're so welcome, Nancy. It's great to see you again.
I know we had to skip a month because I was sick, right? So now we're back and we'll catch up. But these financial discussions are so important for people not to put their head in the sand and listen and don't stress. Just listen and go, what's the one baby step I can take to get more financial knowledge about my business and how to run it properly so I can grow it properly? And that is a phone call away with Megan. And obviously, if you need me, I'm here too. So thank you. And I will see you next time.
Sounds great, Nancy. Take care.
Bye, everyone.